but they don't belong in the newsroom.
This just in, scientists discovered that Canadian bacon is actually ordinary ham.
This made a lot of people very angry and has been widely regarded as a bad movie.
Miserable bloody Romans, no sense of humour.
With what Dr. Ashland just said, do you concur?
Don't talk to it, Mary. Don't encourage it.
We're just like Kevin Bacon.
The only thing that will redeem mankind is cooperation. I think we can all appreciate the relevance of that now.
Welcome back to the Hollywood Thumb, a movie news podcast brought to you by the parent podcast It's Just Two Movies. Thanks for letting us have a week off. My name's Daniel King. In the studio with me,
Jackson.
He's Baxon.
Yeah, I am.
And spitting nothing but facts, son. Yeah. Sorry, we took a week off. I had some family stuff going on, so that will be reflected later in the It's Just Two Movies feed, but I got enough backlog to last a couple of weeks, so we'll keep them rolling in for now. So let's go ahead and get into the news, man. Reports suggest Marvel plans to release less content in the upcoming years.
It's probably a good idea, right?
I like that. We've been beating this drum a little bit on the show about how I'm kind of tired of
this.
It's just give me quality over quantity.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of quantity, and I would argue that not a whole lot of it is of very high quality lately.
I think the last time I was on here, we actually talked about exactly that.
Yeah.
And then this news popped up. I was like,
so that's good.
Me and Danny just talked about that.
I really like that Kevin Feige is like, I wonder what Danny thinks about how the new phase is going. And then he really took that to heart, and
like,
then they're gonna make some adjustments on the fly.
It's Just Two Movies is calling me out.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. Well, it like when you were leading up to Endgame, like those 4 or 5 movies before Endgame, that's when you should have dropped all the series, and everything was hot. Everybody was all in on everything because it was getting ready to come to a conclusion.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're like, oh, everybody's all in on all of it. Yes, we are, and yes, we'll still watch it, but slowly people are dropping off because it's not as good. It's not as good.
Yeah, don't milk it. Still, like, if you're gonna put it out there, make sure we all still are going to enjoy it.
Exactly.
Don't put some underrated shit out there.
Man of Steel 2, here we go. A lot of contention around this. First they were going to, and then they weren't going to, and then they were, but they were going to recast it, and then for a short time it was going to be a series and not a movie, and then they got Henry Cavill back, and then they were going to redo it, and then they weren't, and then they were for a bit. And now
sounds like my dating life.
Oh my God, yeah. Now that DC's under new direction, like under James Gunn, essentially, it kind of unsure if we're going to get Henry Cavill back as Superman at all.
That's a shame.
They might just shelf Superman for 10 years and find somebody else.
So are they doing it?
I don't know.
Oh,
that's the news.
So that's
the news is that it's official. Like, look, we're not sure.
I understand that all too well.
Yeah, and well, I know what you're thinking, Jackson. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, but Danny, I don't give a fuck about Superman. I'm more of a Batman man.
I am
man
with wings.
Yeah. So, well, I got you covered, baby. There's a new Batman movie starring Michael Keaton that was secretly in production. It has also been canceled.
Oh, shit. Well,
so
that's not cool. I was excited.
Yeah. How cool would that be? Just like Batman, but maybe like what were they gonna do? What's the Batman Beyond, where Bruce Wayne's an old man and he's got the kid whose name I can never remember.
I know you're talking about the
Red and black
Inception kid,
red and black suit.
Robin.
No, it's not Robin. Red and black suit, Batman Beyond. If you Googled it, you'd be like, oh yeah, I remember that. But Bruce Wayne's an old man. Like, he walks with a cane.
But he's smart as shit.
Oh, he's fucking Batman, baby.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You remember that?
Yeah, I do. I remember the comics on this.
Yeah, so if they were going to turn that into a movie and they were going to get Michael Keaton as, like, old Bruce Wayne, because Michael Keaton's an old man now. God, that would have been great.
This would be awesome.
Yeah.
I don't really recall the exact storyline behind this dude.
No, me neither, for real. I do remember liking the show a lot, though.
It looks fun. Did this used to be on like the WB? Channel 11?
I think so, yeah. I think so where we're at locally. There's a local reference for you. Channel 11, the WB. Okay, here's the thing. Here's a sentence I never thought I would say. Taylor Swift is making her feature directorial debut for Searchlight Pictures with a screenplay that she penned herself.
Huh.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
I don't really know.
Are you a Taylor Swift fan? I don't know. Like you could play a Taylor Swift song for me tomorrow.
She got some bangers.
And go, who do you think this is? And I don't know that I could tell you.
She's got some good songs.
Can you hum me a few bars of one?
No, I couldn't do that. I have no idea. Hold on.
I don't know that one.
No, that that wasn't me.
Yeah, I've lived a charmed life. I don't know that I could tell you a Taylor Swift
It's all about
song.
breakups.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I even wrote here. I'm assuming it's about how shitty dudes are, and it'll empower women. But honestly, I don't know. I don't know that I've ever listened to a Taylor Swift thing. I'm sure I have. At some point, just heard it by proxy.
Oh, absolutely.
But nobody ever went, "Hey, this is Taylor Swift. Do you like that?"
Hey, you feeling Taylor Swift? Right?
Yeah, you feeling Tay-Tay right now?
You a Swiftie?
You getting Swifty? Getting Swifty with my Tay-Tay? I don't know. I don't. This seems to me like it has chick flick written all over it, but maybe not. I did see a thing where she was like, somebody was interviewing her about this. And they were like, if you could like switch skin with anybody for a day, who would it be? And she said Guillermo del Toro.
Whoa.
Right? She's like, I can't imagine what it would be like to have that creative of a mind and to see things through the lens that he sees them and to still be able to put your artistic fingerprints all over everything that you touch.
It kind of makes me scared of her a little bit.
Isn't that a little creepy?
It's like like, where does that come from?
Have you seen a picture of Guillermo del Toro?
I don't think I ever have.
Here, I'm going to show you a picture. So think.
I mean, I know the movies.
Guillermo del Toro.
I know the movies he's
done. Think about fucking Taylor Swift real quick, and just imagine that she wishes she was this guy for a day.
Oh yeah, I do know him. That's not the picture I was thinking of, but yeah.
Yeah, no, he's great. But me thinking that she admires him that much for his work, maybe
for his mindset, it's like, oh,
yeah, maybe she's gonna try to take a few pages out of his book, and I don't know. I mean, I guess it could be something. I don't know what it's about, so there's no information about it yet.
Well, what if she turns out to be awesome at it?
That'd be fucking great.
And she's just killing ex-boyfriends, like on scene.
Yeah, whatever. If the movie's good, I don't care what it's about. Oh, you mean like actually like in the studio just murdering people?
Oh, hope not.
An actual cold-blooded killer? All right, so let's talk about some review stuff here. So the People's Choice Awards came out, and I don't want to cover all of them because frankly they're boring. But Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness was awarded Best Movie of 2022 by the People's Choice Awards.
I haven't seen the movie yet.
Look, man, it's okay. Like, it's fine. I liked it. I don't even know that it would make my top 10 because I haven't sat down and thought about it really.
It's crazy. We're almost at the end of 2022.
Like, it's a good movie. Is it the best movie of the year? Absolutely not.
What else is out there? What we got? What are we working with?
Here we go. Here's a couple. The Menu, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Glass Onion, A Knives Out Mystery, Spirited, Babylon, Avatar, The Way of Water, Troll, Violent Night, Strange World, X, Bones and All, Christmas Story, Black Adam, The Swimmers, Disenchanted, Wander, Don't Worry Darling, The Fablemans, Triangle of Sadness, Slumberland, Lady Chatterley's Lover, Smile, Bullet Train, Where the Crawdads Sing. Where the Crawdads Sing is a way better movie than Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Everything Everywhere All at Once. Ooh, that might be top of my list. Barbarian, The Whale, Top Gun Maverick. Hugest, yeah. Right. Nope. Devotion, The People We Hate at the Wedding. I don't know what that is. All Quiet on the Western Front. She Said. Amsterdam, The Mean One, Emancipation. Yeah, I mean, The Northman, The Batman, Weird, The Al Yankovic Story. God, that movie's fucking awesome. Terrifier 2, I know that got really great reviews. Pearl, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, which was very well received, by the way. Speaking of Guillermo del Toro. The Banshees of Inisherin. I mean, for the people's choice, I mean, if you're just the average everyman, yeah, that's probably on a lot of people's top 10. But
I would say Top Gun though.
as a guy who watches a ton of movies, I don't even think that makes my top 10
for 2020.
And I like it. I liked that movie.
Right.
So I don't know. I just thought it was a weird choice.
Maybe for the casual viewer that maybe have seen 4 movies.
A handful, yeah. It was so it was directed by Sam Raimi, and I like his directorial style. That being said, you can tell when you're watching a Sam Raimi film. There are various things that you can be like, "Ooh, that's very Sam Raimi."
Gotcha.
Of him to have done. But a lot of it that I had problems with really was rushed production. I could tell. I could tell that they're like, don't worry about it. Just
get it through.
Yeah, just get it done. And I don't like that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. You're one of the wealthiest movie production companies on the planet. Take your time, baby.
Yeah.
You don't have to fix it all in post.
There's no rush. We want good. No. We want good stuff. No. Marvel.
Yeah, get it right on the day. Wow. How about some more video game news? Wow. This is not comic book related. Stephen King's The Dark Tower series in development at Amazon to be directed by Mike Flanagan. Mike Flanagan. He handled a lot of great movies like Dr. Sleep, Gerald's Game, Oculus. So he's like a more horror-oriented kind of guy. And I think that will play really well by comparison to the Dark Tower movie we got a few years ago. Which had Idris Elba and McConaughey in it. Did you catch that one?
I did catch that one. But I know it's off of a book, right?
Do you remember anything about it?
A little bit.
Like what?
McConaughey and
the fact that it has Matthew McConaughey and Idris Elba in it. It's because it's a bad movie. It wasn't good.
Man, what was that about? I know it was about a book, and people are kind of pissed off about it.
Yeah, because the book's great. The book's really fucking good, really solid, and the movie was just like...
See, since I don't read, the books usually, people that read them are, I sound like I'm an idiot. No,
yeah.
but if I base it off of a book that I haven't read, then there's nothing to it to me. I'm like, I just get the story.
Right. Right, but I mean, you can watch the film having never read the book and know that the film is a poor execution of a story.
I can see it. Well, I think any long book or any it's very hard to execute on a book or a comic on screen with one film.
Yeah,
it's very hard to do that.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, absolutely agree. Let's see what else we got. More comic book movie news. Comic book movie stuff. So Patty Jenkins reportedly refusing to work with DC after they canned Wonder Woman 3. Oh man, it's a lot of comic book related stuff in the news this week.
Who's Patty Jenkins?
Patty Jenkins is the director, I believe, for Wonder Woman 1984 and maybe the first one. Did you see either of the Wonder Woman movies?
I saw this first one. I don't remember. I might have seen the second one.
The first one I thought was really, really good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
The second one I thought they're just trying to do too much at once.
Maybe I might have turned it off or something.
She's got a big gold suit with wings, and she fights Cheetah, played by Kristen Wiig. Very funny Kristen Wiig. The Cheetah look was terrible. It just did not look good.
No, I do remember the first one. I thought was a solid movie.
Yeah, I like the first one. The second one, it's too much at once, I think. But it was still okay. I liked it. I liked it better than Aquaman, if I'm being honest.
I've never even seen Aquaman.
You're not missing much.
I didn't think I was.
Like, if you watched Wonder Woman, that's probably, that's
good enough.
That's one of the higher tier. That's one of the higher tier things we've gotten out of DC in the recent years, I think.
Yeah, I'm not a DC fan.
I like Gal Gadot. First of all, I want to say I have no fucking idea how to pronounce her name, and if you look up pronunciation guides, there are like 6 of them, and they're all different.
She's hot.
So I'm going with Gal Gadot. She's a very good-looking lady, and she's great casting for Diana.
Yeah, she is.
But I like, why are they, like, because they've got some stuff that's really good casting. I suppose it is hard to go, nope, wiping the slate clean, we're starting over, but yeah, we'll get the same people in here playing the same characters. It's hard to reboot using the exact same people.
So that's what they're trying to do?
I guess, man.
Like they're trying to start over Wonder Woman.
The stuff that they were doing for the DC universe was not working.
Right.
The best thing, in my opinion, this is, of course, opinion based. If you believe a different thing, you're right, and I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But as far as my opinion is concerned, the best thing that came out of DC was James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. Or Suicide Squad. I don't know which one it is. Which you also haven't seen, I'm sure. But
well, I haven't.
That doesn't change the fact that it is hilarious. The action is great. It's
my problem with so I did watch Suicide Squad, the first one,
the Will Smith one,
and it sucked, man.
Yeah, it's bad.
Like I can't you turn something like that out. It's like you expect me to watch any more.
Nothing really happens. There's not a lot of great motivation, and then they just fight a big smoky gray monster at the end.
And none of it makes sense.
No, not really. And you've got these characters that have these badass skills and powers
that don't do anything.
They don't do anything, or they just die. Yeah, it's like you just ignored the source material and went, nah, I got it.
No, we're gonna make a big fight about it.
Yeah, it's fucking so strange to me. Just absolutely bizarre.
Like they had so much material there, and they just fucked it up.
Yeah, sure did. Could have made it amazing. Here we go. Here's the thing that's not comic book movie related. Wes Anderson's Asteroid City lands a summer 2023 release date. I have not seen anything else about this, but I really like a lot of Wes Anderson's films.
Do you know what it's about?
I don't. I know it's called Asteroid City.
When I think of Asteroid City, remember that game on like Apple, like the actual computer, like way back in the day.
The game Asteroid?
The game Asteroid.
You mean from
like where you're
arcade games?
Like where you're trying to save the city.
Oh yeah. Oh, that one. Yeah, the Mac version of it. Yeah, yes. I remember that.
Like you're just like shooting asteroids out of the sky. I don't know why I think of that.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. But I mean, Wes Anderson's a great director. He's got he has a very unique vision for the things that he does, I think.
Yeah, he does.
And if you're listening to this and you're like, I don't really remember, like I'm not great with directors. A couple of things that more notable for me that I've seen, The French Dispatch, Isle of Dogs, Grand Budapest Hotel, Life Aquatic, Royal Tenenbaums, and several more. He's done. He also did The Fantastic Mr. Fox, which I've never seen.
Did you do Freddy Krueger?
No, that's Wes Craven. That's a totally different Wes.
I mean, I got half of it right.
You were halfway there. So let's now look. There's a little more news I could go over, but since we didn't do the news last week, and there were a fucking shitload of trailers, I wanted to talk about some of these trailers.
Let's do it.
So I sent you 4, and I just was like, hey, watch these before we do the shit. And we've got about 3 minutes of runtime left, so we'll kind of hop through these. Cocaine Bear.
Yeah,
that one's coming out soon. What are you thinking about Cocaine Bear? Is this Ray Liotta's last movie? Because he died.
Oh, he did, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh man, you forget like there's been so many like deaths.
Oh man, just tragic. Yeah,
a lot lately.
Kirstie Alley died. That sucks.
Yeah, I didn't know she was 70.
I didn't know she was
like
70
crazy.
either. Man, I kind of had a thing for Kirstie Alley when I was a kid. I was like, man, she's kind of a bitch, but she's looking all right. You know
she's
what I'm saying?
A little sexy.
Yeah. So, Cocaine Bear.
Cocaine.
It's loosely based on a true story about a bear that eats a bunch of cocaine. I think the real life story is the bear just ate a bunch of cocaine, fucked up some picnic tables, and died. But
yeah, I think that's about it.
Wouldn't it be more fun if this bear just went on an absolute fucking coke bender and ate a bunch of people? Wouldn't that be fun? And Ray Liotta played a drug dealer.
I think it's like what's the Leo movie? The Revenant. The Revenant combined with Sharknado.
Yeah, kinda. This has got less. This looks
and the Goodfellas. Maybe you have to combine all three.
On the look at the trailer, I'm impressed with the production value of this. Like, it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
It looks like a fun, silly, laugh out loud kind of adventure action time.
I don't recall. Did the bear actually speak?
No.
Okay.
It's a bear. Bears don't talk.
I mean, Yogi Bear speaks, bro.
Oh yeah, he does. He loves a pick and nick basket.
And Baloo.
Yeah, Baloo also
come
does.
On. There's plenty of bears out there.
Oh, they're no ducks. You know, it's not like a Launchpad McQuack. All right, Super Mario Brothers the movie, the full length trailer. What are you thinking of? You hadn't seen anything.
I hadn't seen any of it, and that looked amazing.
We were watching it, and you're like, "This looks fucking dope."
Yeah. So my first thought was, holy shit, nobody's ever even thought of making a Mario movie. Like, no one's thought about putting all this stuff together. They have a princess, they have Mario, they have Luigi, they have Bowser.
I think the problem was you've got all these games, so you've got all this stuff that's out there about Mario, but it's not really a story. So it was,
but
like
he's
rescuing a princess.
He's always rescuing a princess.
Or driving a car.
Yeah. But there's plenty of material there. Like, how did nobody ever put things together?
You just got to make it a story. And then I bet you they're going to make a Super Mario Brothers movie video game. That thing will fucking sell like hotcakes.
Oh, yeah.
Like a video game of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, they love doing that shit. Yeah, but Nintendo is really, really cautious of what they do with their IPs. Like, Pokemon has been one of the most profitable things since the 90s.
I mean, remember Pokemon? Was it Pokemon Go?
Oh yeah, the app that was on your phone.
Yeah,
where everybody
was like
caught like wildfire.
6 month.
I was in on it.
I was too.
Yeah, I got it. I was like,
okay, I'll play for a little bit.
Got a little Pidgey.
I got to turn my damn location on all the time now.
Oh yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, no, super fun game. There was demand for a live action Pokemon movie for 20-something years. And they held out until somebody finally was like, look, I've done it. I got Detective Pikachu. We'll get Ryan Reynolds. It doesn't have to make a shitload of sense as long as the movie is good and it plays to our intellectual property. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
And that's how they've done with them, man. They're very, very careful about what they do with them. And so far as Nintendo is concerned, they've done really well.
I mean, maybe DC should take some notes.
A lot of video game movies are really bad. Like, a lot of them are really bad. Name me another good one. Not Sonic. That one's pretty good. You can't, because there aren't any. Maybe Prince of Persia with Jake Gyllenhaal. But I haven't seen it since it came out. Yeah. Here we go. Moving on. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Oh, man. I'm just pumped for the soundtrack.
Looks like a real tearjerker, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, it did.
Looks like this is one where somebody's, like my old lady will turn around and be like, are you crying?
I'm like, no.
And I'll be like, you're crying, bitch.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
Yeah. Look, James Gunn reportedly was like, it was just emotionally draining. It was very, very hard to write.
Oh, really?
Put everybody through a lot of emotional stress.
Dang.
So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see if that pans out in it being a good movie. That kind of
scares me.
Yeah, a little bit, man. It sounds like maybe it didn't go the way they wanted it to go.
Or it did.
But it's also the final one, so I don't know. And lastly, Avatar Way of the Water, as previously stated on this show, or at least the other show, it's just 2 movies. I don't really care about this. We'll watch it, but I'm not going to go to the theater to see it. Looking at the trailer, just the trailer by itself, though, looks okay.
I know you're not a 3D person, right? You know, like
I fucking hate 3D movies. No, yeah, you're absolutely right.
There's a handful, maybe not a handful. Maybe there's like 3 or 4 3D movies that I'm like, you actually do need to see that in theaters because that is awesome. Like when it's done right. I think Avatar, the first one in theaters, 3D was done right.
The experience of seeing a movie in 3D has ruined every movie I've ever gone to see in 3D. Like, just the fact that they're like, yeah, but this one's in 3D, it's worse. You made it worse. It would have been fine. You made it worse.
I mean, yeah, yes and no. I mean, they can really fuck it up.
Yeah.
They can really. Like, if it's an average movie with average 3D stuff, it's like, you just made this a terrible movie.
It's ruined, yeah. Yeah, not into it.
But you got to execute it extremely well on it.
Well, I think that's going to do it for us for the news. Jackson, is there anything that you would like to add for all the lovely people out there that are like, God damn, I love movie news?
It's Christmas time. Drinking some eggnog.
We are, yeah. We're getting ready to go record the Christmas episode of It's Just 2 Movies, and we are having a little celebratory eggnog for the season.
And Danny and I are trying to think of, what do you say when you toast during Christmas? And all I could think of was Feliz Navidad.
Yeah, I think that works. So just a big Feliz Navidad to everybody out there.
Feliz Navidad.
All right. Well, my name has been Daniel King. That's been Jackson. This has been the news. We appreciate you listening. Please check out the parent podcast. It's Just 2 Movies, anywhere fine podcasts are found, or at itsjust2movies.com.
I need some more eggnog.
That's been the news. Bye.
That's just grossly inappropriate.
Come on, Ed, it's bullcrap!
A saucy line will not get you far with me.
He's not the Messiah! He's a very naughty boy!
Stop being such a dick.
No, it's not schizophrenia. It's just a voice in my head.
Your love of the halfling's leap has clearly slowed your mind.
Good speech. Nice and short. Leaves more time for drinking. Break out the ale! These men are thirsty!
The Hollywood Thumb is brought to you by It's Just Two Movies and is a production of Blue Cheese and Bacon Studios. Both can be found wherever you get your podcasts.